Good day everyone. In this video, I will explain the inverse trigonometry function and also the domain and ranges and how to use them in problem solving. So first, there are three basic inverse trigonometry functions. So the arcsine, arccosine, and lastly, the arctangent. So these three as written as sine minus 1 of x. So in cosine is cos negative 1 of x. And the arctan is tan minus 1 of x. So let me sketch the graph to visualize the domain and ranges. So this is the graph of the three functions. So let's start getting the domain and ranges of the functions. So let's start in the arcsine. So as you can see, the domain is going through to the negative 1 to positive 1. So it means the domain is the negative 1 and the positive 1. So in the range, as you can see, the starting point of the line is lining at the negative pi 2. So negative pi 2 to negative 1 to positive 1. So ending at positive pi 2. So it means the range of the arcsine is negative pi 2 and positive pi 2. So this is the range and domain of the arcsine. So let's proceed to arccosine. So as you can see, the arccosine is starting at 0. 0 as infinity man siya. So the start is a 0. At first, the line is going through the negative 1 ay positive 1. So domain is positive 1 going through the negative 1. At you can see the ending of the line is in the positive pi. So it means the line is starting at 0 and ending at pi. So the range is the 0 and pi. So now we know the domain and ranges of the three functions. So inverse trigonometric function help us to find angles when are given the value of trigonometric ratio. For example, if we know the sign of an angle equals a number, we can use arcsine to find the angle itself. So let's proceed to an example. Find negative 1 over 1 half. So this means sine of y is equal to 1/2. So we now find the angle whose sine is 1/2. So as we know that sine of 1/2 is pi over 6. So this is the answer of the y sine -1 of 1/2. So this is why inverse trigonometry functions are useful. So instead of guessing the angle, we directly solve it using the inverse trigonometry function. So let's proceed to another example. Solve the 2 sine -1 of x equal to pi over 2. So let's divide this by both sides by 2. So cancellation, and convert this into sine form. So we know sine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 4 over 2. So it means x equals square root of 2 over 2. So that is the final answer. 2 over 2. Yes. So let's try one more. So let's get the tan -1 of x equal to pi over 3. So let's write the x tan over 3. So are you thinking why the tan is getting inside? So it's that the swapping. So the tan is going inside and the x is going outside. So it means that x is square root of 3. So the solution is x is equals square root of 3 square root of 3. So this is the answer. To summarize this topic, inverse trigonometric function allow us to find angles from known trigonometric values. Their domains are restricted to make them function, and their ranges define the possible goals of outputs. We can use them to solve both simple numerical problems and more complex equations by step.